clothing makes such a difference up here, because if you're cold, if your boots aren't waterproof and there's snow, your feet are cold and you're not going to have a good time. If you have something for a jacket that when it gets wet, it's cold, you can't have a good time. And heck, you can't function either. If your hands, like we just had a guy up here that helped us with some filming, but he really wasn't prepared to film outside. His hands got so cold that he couldn't do it. Even though he's great at his job and knows what he's doing, he couldn't do it because he didn't have the right clothing, right? So I can remember throughout the week, before the week was done, Brandon had given up about all of his clothes to his hunters so that they could get through a week. And it sounds kind of funny, but yeah, you have to be comfortable. And when we tell people, about the properties of wool, I wear wool socks. If they get wet, they still hold more weight or help more heat. If they were cotton, as soon as they're wet, your feet are freezing cold. Yeah. If they're wool, they're not. They're not as warm as they would be if they're dry, but they're still warm because they're holding in your body heat and they're still breathing. Same thing with pants. If you show up and I'll give a perfect example. We have this happen during moose season more than deer season, but if you show up in a pair of Carhartts, you can't hunt the woods of Maine in Carhartts, because every brush that every bush you come up against, anything for brush, limbs or whatever, when it rubs up against that Carhartt, it makes that whoosh, 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 yeah. Whoosh.
And slaps on it.
Yeah. And as soon as it's wet, you're freezing. That's why when we preach about wool, there's a reason why. We've been doing it our whole lives, and there's a reason why we preach about it. So clothing is super important.
Yeah. I'd tell somebody, if you don't believe that, this summer when it's warm, 70 degrees, let somebody hose you down with a garden hose and have wet blue jeans on and see how you feel for the rest of the day. Yeah, you're going to feel cold. So imagine that if it's 20 degrees, if it's wet. It actually becomes life-threatening.
If you like that, make sure you check out bigwoodsbucks.com for more content.
And don't forget to sign up for our newsletter.